Hook asterisk, she toasted my sister's future, then shattered mine with 4 words, "You're nothing, Sophia, leave." At Elena's rehearsal dinner in our Hamptons estate, crystals sparkled beneath the vaulted ceiling. Mom, Victoria, raised her flute. "To the daughter who'll conquer empires." Laughter rippled. Then her gaze sliced to me. "And to the one who won't. Pack your bags." The orchestra faltered. I set my untouched champagne on the linen and walked out barefoot across the marble, the ocean wind already erasing their cheers. Our childhood in East Hampton was postcard perfect: hydrangeas, yacht club brunches, a lawn mom called "Our Resume." Inside, love was currency, and I was bankrupt. Elena, 2 years older, wore ambition like couture. Shillone boardrooms, Mom bragged. Dad, Marcus, was the outlier, a tinkerer who swapped circuits for spreadsheets to keep Mom's smile. In his basement workshop, he taught me to solder solar cells. "Make light from nothing," he'd whisper, handing me a multimeter. When his plane went down my junior year, the house iced over. Mom doubled down on optics. Elena became her mirror. "My renewable energy prototypes? Darling hobby," she'd sigh, framing Elena's marketing trophies instead. Aunt Clara, Mom's sister, floated in on Chanel fumes. "Still soldering toys, Sophia?" she'd sneer. I learned to vanish before the punchline. That night, Mom pressed the deed to our waterfront manor into Elena's manicured hand. The same foyer where Dad once sketched wind turbine code on napkins was now Elena's. I drove inland until the salt air turned to pine, slept in a motel with a flickering neon crab, and woke determined to become someone they couldn't name. Brooklyn greeted me with sirens and steam. I sublet a railroad flat above a bodega, walls thin enough to hear neighbors argue in 3 languages. My belongings: 1 suitcase, a scorched laptop, and Dad's old notebook labeled "Light from Nothing." I ate rice and lentils, coated for pennies, and stalked grant listings like prey. In a Williamsburg cafe, 2 angel investors dissected a city fund for clean tech. I eavesdropped, then emailed my half-baked idea: software that choreographs rooftop solar across urban canyons. Professor Lena Torres, my former advisor, answered at 2 a.m. "Lab tomorrow." Her Columbia basement smelled of solder flux and coffee. She paired me with Juno Park, a mechanical engineer with a buzz cut and 0 patience for pity. We built SunSync, panels that pivoted like sunflowers, slashing grid strain. Nights blurred into dawn. We napped on yoga mats between simulations. When the first prototype hit 42% efficiency, Juno hooped so loud the janitor threatened eviction. Rent loomed crimson. I cold-pitched Harlan Voss, a VC who wore hoodies to board meetings. He watched our demo, eyes narrowing. "This isn't charity, it's arbitrage." His $90,000 seed bought us breathing room and a WeWork closet that reeked of ambition and Red Bull. Clients trickled: a Queens laundromat, a Bronx charter school. Each 28% energy drop felt like a middle finger to the past. I still checked Elena's Instagram, her wedding countdown, Mom's proud captions. I never liked, never commented. I just shipped code. Then the call came. A national pharmacy chain wanted a pilot across 200 stores. I wore the same navy blazer from Elena's rehearsal, now tailored to my frame. The boardroom smelled of mahogany and doubt. I clicked to the final slide, $11M projected savings. Silence, then thunderous applause. The contract inked. I bought a glass and steel cottage back in the Hamptons, 2 miles from the old estate. Solar shingles glinted like armor. The deed read Sophia Reyes only. 3 years later, I sipped coffee on my deck as a white Range Rover idled at my gate. Elena's face, pale behind Ray-Bans, stared at the discreet SunSync placard. She mouthed my name like a curse, then sped off. My phone exploded. Mom, Aunt Clara, numbers I'd deleted. I let it ring. Victoria arrived at dusk, pearls askew. "Sophia, I was mistaken." She scanned the open-plan kitchen, the living wall of ferns, the smart thermostat pulsing my algorithm. "We want you back." I leaned against the island. "You never had me." Her lipstick cracked. "The house, Elena's struggling." "The market," I cut her off. "Sell the chandelier. It's worth more than your regrets." Word spread like dune fire. Elena's fiancé bailed after discovering her leveraged flips. Mom's gala invites dried up. The club's Facebook group dissected their fall with gleeful emojis. A single unsigned card slid under my door. I measured you against a mirror and broke you both. Forgive the reflection, never the frame. I burned it in the fire pit, sparks rising like freed electrons. The house adjusted its blinds, harvesting the last photons of day. Dad's notebook lay open on my desk, a new page filled with schematics for offshore arrays. I traced his faded ink and whispered, light from nothing delivered. Suspense held until the final ember died. They waited for my victory lap. I gave them sunrise instead.